Alright, so first we're going to be showing the difference between filling up the Katadyn bladder versus the Sawyer mini bladder. The Katadyn has a larger entry hole, so naturally it should fill up faster. So yeah, the Sawyer definitely takes a while. To fill up. The material that the Katadyn is in makes it easier to fill up and move. So that's ultimately what's going to affect this the most. But the Sawyer's only about halfway filled, and just my one motion with the Katadyn is much more full. So this is the Katadyn filter. The cool thing is that all the fibers are very accessible, so that's going to mean that it's going to have a faster flow rate than the Sawyer. So putting this on, it's very easy. About the Katadyn, it's got this lid on it, kind of like a sports drink bottle, and you can throw this in your pack and it can be moving around and it's not going to spill anywhere. So that's the nice thing compared to say a Sawyer, where you'd have to put the cap on separately. So just to compare the gravity feed of the Katadyn to that of the Sawyer. So clearly the Katadyn's flow rate is much stronger than that of the Sawyer minis. Sawyer mini is kind of your standard water filter. It's been around forever, it's very reliable, but it hasn't improved much since the first few iterations. The Katadyn is brand new, it's won quite a few awards, and it's pretty clear why. I mean, that is a fast flow rate right there. We're looking at this filter. Eventually every filter is going to need to be cleaned. The Katadyn is incredibly easy to clean. You just back up this reservoir with water, close it in, and shake it around. Do that for about 20 seconds, and then flush it. It gets it a lot more clean, and it's you can see why it's pretty easy to clean something that's as exposed as the filter is in the Katadyn. So here we got MSR's Trailshot. The advantage here is that you don't need a reservoir to fill up. So if you come to stagnant water, kind of like what we have here, all you have to do is put this pre-filtered tube into the water, just squeeze, and really quickly you've got water coming out. And that's a really fast flow rate. So the advantage that you have here is, let's say that you were hiking, you haven't seen any water for a while, and you come across a puddle. Filling up one of these reservoirs with a puddle is going to be a nightmare. Whereas you can just drop this guy in there and just start filtering that water. It's very easy to clean. All you have to do is fill up this reservoir with water. The filter is in there, so you fill it up, you shake it really hard for about 20 seconds, and then you backwash it, and that'll get the filter clean most times. The efficiency of the Katadyn gravity feed, we've got a full 3-liter bladder here. I'm gonna fill this guy up and see how long it takes. All right, so here we've got the Seeker 3-liter bladder. Stay tuned till the end of the video because we're going to be putting this through a torture test. And I don't think it's gonna make it, but let's check out and see how long it takes for the Katadyn gravity feed to totally empty out this 3 liters. All right, so the big question, which of the three would I recommend? And the answer is it really depends, you know? Sawyer is just considered old faithful. I always have a Sawyer in my pack just in case something happens and my other one fails. But if you're going for something more advanced, like something that's going to allow you to drink straight out of it and filter really quickly and is durable, I would say the Katadyn for sure. The Katadyn is phenomenal. That top is just terrific. If you're on the go, you just need to fill up a bladder and put this in and keep going. It's going to really be there for you. But what I ultimately end up using is the MSR Trailshot. I like the ability to filter from a puddle if I need to, and on the trail you end up coming across that situation more often than not. The flow rate is really fast. It's pretty comparable to the Katadyn, and it makes it a lot easier for filling up your bladder in your pack. So the one other thing to consider is that the MSR Trailshot is the fastest to deploy. There's nothing you really need to finagle with. I keep this right on my side pocket on my Baltoro. And I'll just pull it out, have my bottle ready to go, and just squeeze. And in like a minute or two, you've got a whole Nalgene full of good water. More often than not, I find myself using the MSR Trailshot, but that's just where I hike and where I go backpacking. The Katadyn is a close second for me, with the Sawyer filter being the trusty YouTube video. So yeah, that's the comparison video for the 3 water filters. If you're interested in buying any of them, click the links below in the description. I'm Tyler Sullivan with Wild Scouts. Keep it on the road.